Feeling stuck isn't just frustrating, it's draining and it makes you question yourself. It makes you procrastinate and feel like no matter what you do, nothing changes. And the worst part is the longer you stay stuck, the harder it is to break out of it. And if you don't do something today, well, where will you be a year from now? Probably in the same place. I know this feeling inside and out because for years I was caught in that cycle of knowing that I needed to do something, that I needed to change, but doing absolutely nothing about it. Kept telling myself, I'll start tomorrow, and somehow tomorrow just never came. And then I learned the hard truth that stuck isn't necessarily a situation, it's a pattern. And patterns don't change until you do. And then once I stopped waiting for motivation, I stopped overthinking and actually took the first step, and everything changed. No longer was I waiting impatiently for miracles to happen or for somebody to come and save me. Gosh, the amount of times I've done that. The only person that was responsible for taking action was me. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to do it too. Look, nothing changes unless you do. And if you don't take control of this now, a year from today, 2 years, you'll probably be still in the same situation, saying the same things and making the same excuses. And that's not what you want, right? And that's not what I want for you either, because I've been there. Imagine how that'll feel if you're anything like me. You'll feel like shit. You'll feel like you, I don't know, haven't given yourself a shot, and you'll want to hide in the corner with a good book and 17 bottles of wine, which is never helpful. So let me be real with you for a second. No one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not some perfect opportunity, not even this video. Only you can make that shift. But I can help you do it today, not in a month, not in a year, but today. If we haven't met yet, my name is David. I'm a certified life coach and a master trainer. And I spent so many years putting myself in second place and suffering the consequences. And that's not what I want for you. Now, let me show you how to take the first steps towards empowerment. So dust off your crown and your cape and let's get into it. Step number one is to shift your mindset from passive to active thinking. When people feel stuck, they often ask victim-based questions like, why does this always happen to me, which is a common one, or why can't I just figure this out? And it sends you into a complete spiral. These questions, they just keep you stuck in a passive state where you're waiting for an external solution instead of creating one. Or worse still, a mistake I made, you're waiting for somebody to come and save you. And I subconsciously spent years hoping somebody would come and save me from the path that I was on, thinking if only the right person would come along, then life would be so much better. But newsflash, the person that you're waiting for is the person who looks back at you every single time you look in the mirror. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to shift to empowerment-based questions. So think about questions like, what can I learn from this? This is a fantastic one. Or what's one thing that I could do differently today? Your brain will always try and find answers to the questions you give it. So give it better questions and you'll get better solutions. I once had a coaching client who kept saying, I hate my job, but I don't know what else to do. And because that was her focus, she was completely stuck. And the moment that we switched the question to, well, what skills do I have that could help me transition out of this job? She found the answer within a week. She didn't change overnight, but what she did do was take that one step, and that's all it takes to start breaking free, to get out of that feeling sorry for yourself mindset and start asking you questions that will move you forward, rather than feeding yourself with statements that are going to keep you stuck. And you might be thinking, well, yes, David, that's easy for you to say. And my answer to that would be, well, yes, it is now, because I've been on that flip side and I've seen how negative focus is just a way of keeping you stuck. And in that stuckness, if you will, there is something rewarding that's making it seem comfortable. It's what you do next that can change it up and transform your life, I guarantee it. So let's move on to step two, and it's time to get clear on your next move. So stop waiting for a master plan and start getting clarity. People think that they need the perfect plan before they start, or they start overthinking everything to the point where they take zero action. Analysis paralysis. And again, if there was a reward for that, I would probably have won it. Ask yourself, what's one action that I can take today that moves me forward? How can I make this step so easy that I've got no excuse but to do it? So here's how to make all of this stick. We're going to try the micro wins exercise hack. I detest the word hack for some reason. I don't know why, but it sounds more fun than exercise and it makes me sound less like a maths teacher. So what I want you to do is write down one small action that you can take today. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be grand. Just make it be something that you can do right now. For me, I wanted to start creating YouTube content years ago, but I convinced myself I needed the best camera, a full content plan, a strategy, an editor, the whole works. And the truth is, I only just needed to turn on my phone and start. And that's how everything begins with the first messy attempt. I wasted years of overthinking, and you don't need to make the same mistake. The next thing I want you to think about is surrounding yourself with the right people because willpower isn't always enough. The next thing I want you to think about is surrounding yourself with the right people because quite often willpower isn't enough, especially when you're making changes in your life. People often think I could do it alone, but if they could, wouldn't they have done it by now? Or they surround themselves with people that often reinforce old habits instead of people that push them forward. So choose your circle wisely. And if you can't eliminate those fun sponges from your life, then at the very least, reduce the amount of time that you spend with them. That's what I did. So here's what you can do instead. Find, I don't know, a community that keeps you accountable or get around people who are already making moves because success is contagious, no matter what it is you're aiming for. I had a friend once who wanted to start a business, but was surrounded by people who would always tell him to play it safe and you'll never achieve anything or whatever. And the moment he joined a group of entrepreneurs, his mindset shifted, and within a few months, he was taking action and talking all about it. Now, some of the common pitfalls that keep you stuck are waiting for motivation. If you are waiting to feel ready, you're going to be waiting forever. And action creates motivation. It's not like, I don't know, the magic motivation stock drops it out at your front door. You've got to take action. But also, don't overcomplicate your first step. Simplify that shit. Going it all alone is a common pitfall. So find support and get yourself around doers and not talkers. All right, here's your first move, your little task. Drop a comment below and tell me, what is the first step that you're committing to today? What's the one thing you're going to do for yourself? And think about what's the first thing you'll do differently after this video. Now, if you are serious about breaking free and actually taking action, I want you to come and join my free coaching community on Skool, Unstuck and Empowered as Fuck, aptly named. And inside, we don't just talk about success, we empower each other. No fluff, no endless planning, no manifest, all of that. Just real progress and real people. And because I don't believe in gatekeeping transformational secrets, I've also dropped my signature course, The Empowerment Blueprint, worth £497 inside my Skool community for free. So click the link below, join the group, and let's get to work. Take action. You can do this. I believe in you.